everybody. I'm Grace Grella, your intuitive host. And as always, it's about you, getting you into the positive zone, giving you that information you need in your life, whether it's about your loved ones, your finances, your friends, whatever, the money, honey, whatever it is you need good news on, we'll intuit it for you and get it to you. The angels are on your side and backing you up. So, if you're watching live, you can call me. Don't be afraid, you can call me on the studio line, which is 516-629-3705 or 3715. If you're watching the rebroadcasted version of the show, hey, no worries. Just shoot me an email at gracegrella@gmail.com. And so, give me your deets, let me know how to get in touch with you, and we'll make it happen for you. Of course, if you want to be here in person, everybody that's here, we make sure you feel the love and you get some info. So, that's me, the little psychic update. Communication expert here. We're going to make it happen for you. So tonight, we are blessed to have in the studio the one and only Janice. Hi, honey.
Hi.
How are you doing tonight?
Excited.
I'm excited you're here.
Oh,
Scorpio,
thank you.
Jenny Fleck. Okay. So, Janice, you, the Learning Center in Huntington is where people can really...
Yes, the Long Island Healing Center in Huntington on East Jericho Turnpike.
Okay.
And that's where I do my workshops out of.
Okay, so most of your workshops are there, or they're all from there.
I'm exclusive with that shop now. So
Okay,
I do.
great. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. And I see that beautiful headpiece you have on. That's gorgeous. Did you make that?
I did, and a girl can't have too many crowns, so I have a wardrobe of them. And I made one for you.
Oh,
I
thank
intuit
you.
them according to what I
needed?
what messages I hear for you. So.
Oh, I love this. All right, everybody. Wow, is that gorgeous or what? Okay. Okay, get ready. We're going into the stratosphere now. Are you ready?
Oh, pretty.
Woot,
Yeah.
woot. Okay, we're happening.
So in here is just a little bit of intuition that I was inspired to write.
Goddesses in the garden. Yeah, baby. That's where we are.
And a stone's explanation. And with all of my workshops comes a prayer that you can speak over your finished creation.
Awesome, I love
So that
this.
you affirm, it becomes an affirmation, a living prayer, a reminder.
Absolutely. Janice at goddessesinthegarden.com. That's another one. I love that. Woo! And on Facebook, Janice Seminara, Seminara. Woot woot. They can get in touch with you that way as well. And what's important, I think, is that they experience your energy. Your healing energy is so wonderful. And I know, not just because I'm an empath and I'm a Reiki master, anybody who is conscious can sense and feel your energy in a room. So it's about when you focus on people, and when most of it happens, the angels are telling me, when you're just doing your thing with them, when you're teaching them how to make their own beautiful crown or bracelet, Archangel bracelets. I'm totally coming to this workshop. Definitely want to make my own Archangel bracelet. It's then that you key in and you open up, because all water signs are just blessed. You're born with it, okay? So you've noticed that since you were a little girl, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I joked with my family, I've come out of the closet over the past couple of years. I just can't deny what I am.
Yeah, well, it's God's gift to you, darling, and that everyone has to, different degrees, and it's about keying into it, owning it, listening in, all the answers are within. And so you finally embracing yourself and your gift, I think that's wonderful. Now, when did you start channeling?
Well, it actually happened a couple of years ago. I wrote a book, a YA novel, a young adult novel, and it's a science fiction fantasy. And
Entitled?
It's called The Seed Sower. And it's about a young man and a young mute girl are in a planet where creativity is banned, and what happens to them in this planet to bring it back, so they sow seeds and they meet this seed sower. And it's a long story that comes from a dream, and what happened was I couldn't sell it. You know, it was just too far out there. So one day, as the angels would have it, I was shoved it away. I said, just putting this away for now. And I was futzing around with YouTube, and who comes on but Greg Braden. And he's talking about everything that I wrote in my book. And I just stopped and listened to him, and I said, you know what? That book isn't meant to be published. That book was for me. I channeled all that information about what happens to these two children in the story, and it's a boy and a girl, which a lot of my work is based on, the divine feminine and the sacred male, because we're living in a time now where the divine feminine has to bring up the male back to where he should be. There's a big imbalance. And astrologically, the Mars-Venus transit that just happened last year happened in the world. You know, there were parts of the world where white stuff was coming out of the earth. I think it was in Scotland. And then up in Mount Shasta, some very famous well had red liquid coming out of it. This is to signify that this is the time for the male-female energy. And the divine feminine is coming back in a very big way.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, look what's happening politically. So, and I'm not claiming that that has anything to do with the divine feminine.
Well, yes, it does. I truly believe it does. And I don't know, a couple of shows, a couple of years back, I did say that Hillary Clinton would become president. And she's another Scorpio, as you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, now you do. See that? The things you'll learn when you come on my show. So, yeah, she's definitely going to win the election. I don't even watch the theatrics that are going on because energetically it just makes my head hurt. So I just can't. But, you know, that's just me personally. I think part of being blessed to be in the United States is the freedom of speech, that everyone can speak their mind, their heart, even if you don't agree with it, they can say it, you know. So people would say, oh, well, you know, you two crazy ladies are allowed to talk about what you're talking about too. So, you know, it's like, it's all good, don't worry, you know. It's about recognizing that when you're going through a birthing pains, and that's what the earth is going through again.
Exactly.
And it's like this rebirth. And for so long, the patriarchal system was, you know, enforced, and now the matriarchal
coming back, and that's what
way.
Was.
Yes.
And now we're reclaiming. You know, they tried to bury us. There's a very famous Mexican quote. They tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
And they tried to build walls, but they didn't know we were. Yeah. But I think what's really important for our work, right, is not getting involved with, you know, that process per se. It's taking everyone and empowering them as an individual. And you know, okay, let's heal that hurt, because so much of this negative, ugly rhetoric and behavior comes from deep wounds.
Yes,
you know?
Systemic. Yes.
And so we just need to really elevate the energy of the planet by sending, you know, positive energy out there, and visualize them healing themselves in whatever way is right and perfect for them.
And to teach them how to empower themselves,
Exactly.
Which is what my workshops are completely about.
And that's why you're here. It's about getting people to workshops so that they can get in touch with themselves, their energies, what they need, right? And you, being the gifted goddess that you are, being able to assist them in that process. So, and for even people who just take it on a simple level of, oh wow, this is really beautiful, and it does, all right? But it goes much deeper than that.
Yes.
Okay, and it resonates to the aura and the energies and the chakra, and I'm going to wear this to bed tonight. I'll be healed in that time.
Each piece tells a story according to what stones are in it. Yeah.
And I know that the camera isn't doing this justice about how beautiful and glorious. I feel like I'm on QVC now. How beautiful and glorious this is. But seriously, it's very cathartic and empowering when you take control of your vehicle,
and they make their own. They'll walk into my workshop and say, I can't do this, but we open with prayer, we set sacred space, and all of a sudden they're making this beautiful crown, and it tells their story. And if they ever wear it again, it doesn't matter. It's the process by which they made it, that they're putting an affirmation and their soul work, because that's what creativity, comes from the divine feminine. That's who she is, the creatrix.
Absolutely.
So, this beautiful piece they'll wear, and believe me, they do wear it. I keep in touch with my girls, and they'll tell me I had to put my crown on today. And I have a collection of crowns. I've had them throughout my life. Well, this is, I have to tell you, because my daughter's probably watching the show. When she was sweet 16, she wore a tiara, at the party. And she never took it off. And I'd walk in the den, and she'd be watching cooking shows on the chair, and I'd say, what are you doing? Well, when are you going to take that thing off your head? And she'd say, well, it makes me feel good. And I became obsessed with crowns. I started making crowns for people and parties. So I have a variety of crowns. This is my Archangel Michael crown.
Beautiful.
Which I wear whenever it hits me. My Disney crown.
I'm a Disney girl, love it.
I just love my Disney crown. But this is the first crown I made. A friend of mine got her PhD in social work, and we were celebrating our friend Judy, who has now passed over to the other side. And I made everyone at the party a crown, and then I wrote in wire what I intuited they were. So we all had, this was my first workshop, so to speak. Is another Disney crown. Obsessed.
Can't have enough Disney crowns. Come on now.
And this is, I became an integrated energy healer. So at graduation, I made everyone a crown. So all the stones on here are for healers, and of course the wings.
Yes.
And then here we go. This is my Archangel Raphael crown. Sometimes I do crown workshops that are just for archangels. So you'll meet your archangel in your meditation, and that's the crown you'll make. So when I need healing, or when I know I'm going to need around people that need healing, I'll wear my Archangel Raphael crown.
Oh, that's wonderful. They're all beautiful. The energy is palpable in that. That's like Pandora's box right there, babe. Hopefully we can give Tim some good news. Hey, Tim. Hello. You there?
Hello? Yeah, I'm there. Hey, Grace.
Hey. What's up with your bad self? Meaning good self. How are you, honey?
I'm pretty good. I can't complain.
Good.
I just was checking in on you. I know the changes are happening at the job. They just all seem terrible. I would love to just be gone somewhere else, but in the interim, do you see any positivity with these changes? It doesn't seem like it.
All right. Well, right now, think of all the stress and pressure coal goes through and endures before it becomes a diamond, right? A lot of years, a lot of stress, a lot of pressure before the carbon becomes crystallized into the diamond to show all the beautiful facets that you are. And right now, babe, that's what you're under pressure. It's an 80s song used to sing. I just feel, keep it on the down low right now, Tim. Breathe. Don't take anything personally. I really feel that there's a shift in the upper, with your bosses. There's going to be a shift, a lot of changes, and you could just ride this out, okay? It's very difficult when people start doing the blame game. Well, it's your fault, or it's your fault, because they don't want to take responsibility for themselves. And you're kind of experiencing this with the egomaniac that you have for a boss, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course. All right. So, it's not pretty, but it's truthful. And so you realize that he's an egomaniac. And why is he an egomaniac? Because he's insecure. So he's overcompensating for what he wishes the qualities he wishes he possessed, or even the knowledge, or the combination thereof. All right? And you're like a threat to him, darling. You're the whole package. You got it going on, Tim. You all right. All right? I do feel that, like I said, just kind of lay low. Go with the flow. This too shall pass. I still feel, and I'm sticking to my guns and to my prediction for you, that you will wind up making your wealth through real estate. And buying and selling and flipping and fixing up. And I'm seeing these beautiful brownstones in Harlem. And it's just going to be gorgeous. Now, did you kind of sideline your 501c3, your nonprofit business with the education for kids?
I did not, but I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Okay, good. Because now the angels are showing me that. Okay, and so that your not-for-profit educational, and this is for kids like preschoolers, right? Toddlers?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm feeling that that's the universe is going to start supporting that and putting people in your space to help you with that, and that's how the first building gets donated. Oh, you need a brick and mortar for these kids to come to? Well, let's renovate this rundown place that we got going on, and we'll fix it up and make it happen. So, and I had always told you in the past, and this is one thing you got to know about me, Tim. I'm like the broken record that won't shut up until it happens, okay? So it's going to happen that these people who have the political wherewithal to get the right permits or donations or this, that, the other, universe totally going to put them in your path, because these kids need desperately a safe haven, and that's what I think you should call your preschool, Safe Haven in Harlem. Okay.
Okay.
Called the double H, Haven in Harlem. I like it.
Ooh.
Double H, and. Okay, so let's get back to present day, because I'm getting drawn into the future, as I always am, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, it's really rough right now. I get it. I feel it. I understand it. But you've got the strength, Tim. I've got the faith in you, and so does the universe. You're going to pull through this. Like I said, you have to have a different perspective about it. Don't take his rants personally, okay? When he starts spewing, all of a sudden you got to go to the restroom or something and wash your hands of that energy or whatever, okay? But I do feel that you will come through this. Are you picking up any energy for him?
I was seeing tools when he first started talking, and then you started talking about coal. So it kind of tied in that the diamond, diamond in the rough. Just, protect yourself when he starts ranting. Wrap yourself in a blue light and let it go.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You're going to be the Blue Note. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes comes to mind. Okay, so not to worry. I'm loving you and sending you protection always, Tim. So you're hooked up, babe. Don't worry about it.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate
All right, thanks for calling in. Have a good one, babe. Bye-bye. And we had Pat on the phone. Pat, are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Hello. How can I help you, Pat?
I was wondering about my job and my wedding.
Your job and your wedding? Woohoo! Okay. Well, of course, you're a Capricorn, so the most important things to you, career and relationships, right? Okay.
Yes.
You're such a cutie patootie. Well, right now, the job seems to be in flux for some reason. Some sort of opportunity for you to move it on up to the east side, to that deluxe apartment in the sky. Some sort of promotional opportunity.
Okay.
Capricorns either own it or they run it. Okay, one or the other. They own it or they run it. They need to be in charge. You've got the brilliance. You've got the skills. I do see some sort of eventually incorporation seal around you that you start your own either camp or training camp or Now, you're still working with kids in sports, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you start maybe your own league for kids that want to get into professional soccer. Like you take it to the next level. Like instead of, oh, okay, this is gym 101 at a high school, now you're going to the next level. All right. Now it's like, okay, this is going into. You want to get a scholarship for college because, and you want to do it with soccer. I can make it happen for you. Like
Okay.
you're brilliant. You're a Capricorn. You're brilliant at being able to discern where somebody's talent is and bringing it out of them. Okay. It's like one of your gifts. You got a lot of them. That's one of them. What are you feeling over here? I'm feeling your energy keying into his energy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm picking up tuxedos. I don't know if it's your
The wedding, you
tuxedo
went to
with
the
your wedding, if you got your tuxedo yet.
I haven't had it yet.
Okay. Are you worried about it?
We don't have a venue yet. We're trying to figure out like where we're gonna get married.
Because you want something very fancy for your tuxedo, something very different? Because Capricorns like to strut their stuff.
The plan was to get buy suits.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, I'm seeing some kind of conflict with the tuxedo.
Okay, there we go. So it's about, Capricorns are, it's all about respect. And it's all about, it's got to be the best of the best. All right? So it's about, there still need to be discussions about this. Is this supposed to happen next June?
We were hoping for next April, but it's not a definite date.
Okay, well, I'm seeing June. So, alrighty then. Maybe what happens, we make plans, God laughs, and the perfect venue for you is available in June and not in April. Now, a 2-month difference, if it's going to be the best of the best and what you really want, you might decide, well, okay, let's do that. And June is, and you're a Capricorn. Capricorns love tradition. And the June bride and the June wedding, and it's just, it's got that wonderful energy of associated with it like that.
Oh, yeah, it goes
tradition.
back to Mount Olympus, as a matter of fact.
See, back to Mount Olympus. We got history thrown in there too there, Pat. I know you love that. So I think what's going to happen is that the venue of your dreams will be presented, but it will be available in June of next year. Mm-hmm. You're so gorgeous. All you got to do is show up no matter what you're wearing. It's going to work.
And that'll give him time to save for those designer suits.
And see, those designer suits. There you go, because it's got to be the best of the best. So if I were you, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Every little thing going to be all right, as Bob Marley would sing. Mm-hmm. I do feel that...
Do you have any insight of when the job would be changing?
Okay, your immediate job is going to be making a transition before the fall of this year, before September rolls around. Okay?
Okay.
So, and that's going to make you happy. Somehow it's either closer to where you live, closer to home is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
All right? So, and don't worry, I'll send up prayers for you both.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Thanks for calling in, Pat.
No problem. Have a good night.
Okay, you cutie patootie. All right, I love Capricorns. Capricorns are just so awesome because with all their awesomeness, they're still very shy. They still got shyness. Have you ever noticed that?
I only knew one Capricorn male, and he was very good looking.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. They're usually very easy on the eye, as my mother would say. But just as beautiful inside. And that's what they're shy about. It's almost as if they don't want to be taken advantage of, or people to know, I'm an easy touch, or this or that. So they're a little sheepish, or they're not as aggressive. I want to put it that way. Okay, but every Capricorn I've known just rule. They rock and rule. They're fabulous. And as Scorpios that I genuflect to. Okay. All right, now let's get back to you, because the angels want you to be empowered with all this great energy that you're giving to others and helping them with finding their own power with making their crowns and the bracelets and through their creative energy and that flowing. It's so reminiscent to me of Julie Cameron's The Artist's Way. And you're basically doing the same premise and using that creative energy to heal.
Exactly, yep.
And this really needs I don't know why they're saying a larger venue, but a larger venue. So there we go, I'll just say it. So it's something that will be presented before the end of the spring of 2017, of next year. Now, who is Kevin to you, please? Remember this name? Somebody by the name of Kevin is going to be very instrumental in the expanded brick and mortar, or where you might be operating out of, with workshops, classes, that kind of thing. All right. Also, did you consider going on a cruise?
Not a cruise.
See, on a boat.
You do?
Yeah. So, an invitation for you to go out on the water. Right, whether it's a cruise ship or, you know, a circle line around Manhattan. It's going to be before the end of August. Hold that thought. Where are we in a time zone warp? I don't know. But the time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, but just not on camera anymore. Okay, so we have to go for now. But we're always here for you. If you want to be here in person, shoot me that email at gracegrella@gmail.com, and we'll make it happen for you so you too can have your good news. And if you need this lovely lady, where do you want them to contact you, honey?
Well, you could register for my workshops, and the next one's next Tuesday evening at the Long Island Healing Arts and Learning Center in on Jericho Turnpike in Huntington.
Awesome sauce. But they can also get you on Facebook, right?
At Facebook at Janice Seminara, or Goddesses in the Garden. I have a community page there too.
There you go. Goddesses in the Garden. It's easy peasy. All right, and so for everybody, send in your love, light, and stay in the positive zone from the heart. Have a good one. Thanks so much for coming.